Living your best life means something different to everyone, especially when it comes to healthcare. That's why Mercy One offers compassionate, personalized care. We are here for you with one team of experts providing access to the primary care and highly rated specialty care you need, easily and conveniently. So go ahead, live your best life. We're with you every step of the way. Mercy One, your best life, our one purpose.
When you choose Delta Dental of Iowa, you set a chain of good in motion because we invest in your community. So whether you get your plan at work or purchase...
Real quickly on the road to state with each of these two teams, starting with Bishop Heelan. They're coming in with a 15-3 record. They are the Region 7 champion, defeated Sioux Center in that final. 88 goals scored for the team. It's tied for the best in 1A at 4.9 per game, 42 assists. The leading goal scorer is going to be Lauren Peck. 17 goals, 15 assists. That's tied for 5th in Class 1A in assists. We'll jump over to the Nevada Cubs, the 14-3 record coming into it. They are the Region 2 champions, defeated Center Point Urbana. 79 goals scored this year for them. It's 8th in the 1A at 4.6 per game. Converted on 10 of 11 PKs this season, so a nice ratio there. Their big contributors are going to be Avery Anderson with 24 goals as she leads the team, and Tori Meineke with 15 assists. It's tied for 5th in Class 1A.
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
So when we come back here, we'll dive deeper into what these two teams will need to do to win today's game. Plus, we'll have our starting lineups as we get set for kickoff. You're watching the 2023 Girls State Soccer Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-America Energy.
Living your best life means something different to everyone, especially when it comes to healthcare. That's why Mercy One offers compassionate, personalized care. We are here for you with one team of experts providing access to the primary care and highly rated specialty care you need, easily and conveniently. So go ahead, live your best life. We're with you every step of the way. Mercy One, your best life, our one purpose.
When you choose Delta Dental of Iowa, you set a chain of good in motion because we invest in your community. So whether you get your plan at work or purchase it through us, you get more than great dental and vision insurance. You make a difference for others. Choose Delta Dental for your smile, for your health, and for your community.
In Iowa, we all play by the same rules. Hard work pays off, practice makes perfect, success is something you earn, and teamwork helps us all be winners. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics, because on our team and on yours, what we bring to the table is what brings us all together. Learn more about our commitment to Iowa at iowapork.org.
Here in Greater Des Moines, we're the unexpected sports mecca that feels like home. We are the big ballers, the little kickers, the underdogs, and the bulldogs. We've got events wacky and wild, big and small, we host them all. And that old sports cliche, nobody believes in us? Nah, when you come here, you'll believe it. Because in Des Moines, only the S's are silent. Let's go!
And we're going to jump in with our public address announcer for the introductions.
Number 0, Abby Lee. Number 5, Ashley Nuno. Number 6, Maddie LaFleur. Number 7, Jaden De Leon. Number 10, Kylie Gengler. Number 11, Grace Nelson. Number 18, Natalie Nelson. Number 19, Bryn Kuntz. Number 20, Caitlin Poreth. And number 22, Maggie Brayfogle. The assistant coach is Kayla Lamphere. Now let's meet the starters for the Crusaders. Number 00, Lauren LaFleur. Number 2, Maddie Gengler. Number 3, Addison Keel. Number 4, Reese Bleeker. Number 8, Lauren Peck. Number 9, Traylon White. Number 12, Elizabeth De Los Santos. Number 13, Nyla Yoakum. Number 14, Marin Frazee. Number 15, Brooklyn Stanley. And number 23, Jada Newberg. The head coach of the Crusaders is Sean Mansfield. Now let's meet the non-starters for the home team, the Nevada Cubs. Number 1, Kaylee Grote. Number 7, Vanessa Reed. Number 9, Alexa Betty. Number 10, Sarah Mahari. Number 17, Evelia Curtis. Number 18, Rachel Borwick. Number 22, Melanie Kunsarat. Number 23, Emily Kelly. Number 25, Reagan Schmidt. Number 26, Maya Spikerman. Number 29, Macy Maley. Assistant coaches for Nevada, Justin Evans and Mark Rhodes. Now let's meet the starters for the Cubs. Number 2, Tori Monarchy. Number 5, Lindsay Curtis. Number 12, Belle Nelson. Number 13, Aubrey Thompson. Number 14, Evelyn Anderson. Number 15, Avery Anderson. Number 16, Maddie Gibson. Number 20, Gracie Schiller. Number 24, Emma Stratman. Number 28, Reagan Davis. And number 35, Jocelyn Farmer. The head coach of the Cubs, Randy Davis. Now the officials for today's game.
And before we begin today's game,
Referee is Janine Wolf-Omerza. ARs are Michael Miller and Kimberly Watkins. And the fourth official today is Jason Magruder. Good luck to both teams, and let's play some championship soccer.
want to get those officials in there. Didn't want to cut that off. And before we begin today's game, we'd like to once again thank Iowa Farm Bureau, proud title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, for their support. The Iowa Farm Bureau has an office located in each county across Iowa. We'd like to thank the offices listed on your screen for their support of the two teams playing in our game today. Thank you, Iowa Farm Bureau, for supporting IGHSAU and the Iowa Girl. Well, Jordan, the teams are out there and ready to go. We'll have Nevada and the purple, all purples, with Sioux City Heelan and the all whites. We'll see how they set up on the field here to get this game started as the referees are getting their final connections as we jump into the game here.
Yeah, the one unique thing about state, once you get down here, you know, it's the best 8 teams in the state that are here. I think it's the team who can come with the correct mindset, the team who can really get things going early in the game, and those are the teams that typically go on and be successful.
Yeah, it looks like Nevada will be going from left to right once again on the all purples, and Sioux City Heelan, Bishop Heelan will be going from right to the left. The Crusaders up against the Cubs today. We have 40 minutes on the clock, and we're about ready to get things rolling today. Looking forward to some great soccer here. Coach is giving out some final instructions, or captain's giving out some final instructions. Jordan, as a player, a coach, what kind of things are they talking about there in those huddles as we begin this kind of maybe a little nerve-wracking event for a lot of these girls, maybe the first time playing here?
Yeah, it's more just reassurance, just words of encouragement. Usually the captains will say some words of encouragement. Most of the tactical side of the game's done prior to to arriving here. So yeah, just words of encouragement. Try to make sure that they start correctly, both physically and mentally.
Well, it'll be Nevada with possession here, first in the game here. The ball's in play. Nevada stepping up.
Yeah, Nevada just taking the ball right to them on the first whistle and trying to go forward immediately.
Yeah, usually you see them drop back and take it back to the defensive line to set things up, but they took a short pass and went right upfield. As the ball is taken out of bounds by Bishop Heelan, it'll be a throw-in for the Cubs. Some nervous touches here for both teams here as the Bishop Heelan Crusaders send the ball deep. Got a player flying down the field. That's number 3. Addison Kuhl running down the field as the ball sent out of bounds.
Yeah, the first 5 minutes in these types of games are always a little bit nervy, just both teams feeling each other out, kind of getting themselves acclimated to the game. The one thing you don't want to do is lose an early goal in the first 5 minutes.
Absolutely.
You want to settle yourself in.
Bishop Heelan player goes down here, but the ball ends up rolling out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Crusaders. So there is a little bit of a breeze coming from right to left here, so it's in favor of the Crusaders here, but it's kind of intermittent. It kind of comes and goes. Not enough for us, huh Jordan?
No. Yeah, there's not much of a breeze today.
A center pass into the midfield there for the Crusaders. They try to settle that one down, but it's stolen by the Cubs as they try to send it up the field.
It was a beautiful ball into the box. I thought maybe the striker could have maybe hit that one time there. But you can see what she's trying to do. She tried to settle it and prep herself for a shot.
Bleeker takes it all the way down to the end line. It goes out of bounds. It'll be a free kick for the Cubs. First touch for number 35, Jocelyn Farmer, the goalkeeper, a junior goalkeeper for the Cubs. And she'll defer to number 24, Emma Stroutman, for the free kick. They take it long. Bishop Heelan gets it right back into the front of the goal. She turns. Nice little shot from number 3.
Yeah, number 9 here, Trellin White for Bishop Heelan. She looks like a player that could be dangerous this morning. For the Nevada back line. They're going to need to be on their toes and make sure they don't give her a half yard.
Yeah, it looks like I'm calling out number 3. It looks like number 3, but it is number 9. So thanks for that correction there, Jordan. As the Cubs send it out of bounds, it'll be a throw-in for the Crusaders. It's number 8, Lauren Peck, the senior midfielder, is going to be taking that ball and throwing it in. Ball's back in play. Long throw-in, nice throw-in. Centers it up. Cubs are able to control it and get it upfield. Nice little counterattack by the Cubs here. Long shot from the Crusaders.
It's been a positive start from Bishop Heelan, They're asking questions the Nevada team right now. They're making it uncomfortable. Nevada just struggling to get out their half right now. You can see this time around the goalkeeper went a little bit longer versus last time they tried to play shorter out the back.
Evelyn Anderson sends the ball in, knocked down by the Crusaders. They look to counterattack as well. Traylon White attacking here, is looking to get a ball centered. The ball gets centered, and we got a screaming Crusader in there. Wasn't able to get control of it as the Cubs send it out long.
Yeah, she's got a bit of pace about her, White.
Yeah, she is a shark out there on the field so far. Nice centering pass for the Cubs. But the Crusaders are in a great position defensively to get that ball out. Sends the ball downfield. Thought the ball was going out of bounds. No call. White thought she was going to get called for a foul, but no call. Referee says play on. They send her the ball to the far side. Got number 23 screaming down that side, but then we got an offsides call. We're going to be bringing it back up to just across midfield for the first offside class call of the day.
No, I mean, White showed us that she's a runner. She's got speed, but she's just showed us there how strong she is as well. It was a fair challenge, shoulder to shoulder, and she won the 1v1 duel, and she actually played a fantastic ball angled over to the opposite side, and the right forward there just timed her run. Just need to time her run a little bit earlier. Shorter and stay on side.
Yeah, that 50-50 ball by White, she definitely wanted that ball more than the Cub did. So long ball taken in here by the Cubs. Ball kind of pinballing around. The goalkeeper for Nevada is going to come up, or the Bishop Heelan is going to come up and make her first touch of the match. That's Lauren LaFleur, a senior goalkeeper. She sends the ball long back into play. Jada Newberg taking the ball downfield, gets the ball to the outside. Newberg gets this ball into White. White takes a couple touches, turns the corner, and sends the ball down deep for Jada again. She puts a center in there. It's a header, and it just kind of goes past there, and swing and a miss on one of the other forwards for the Crusaders, and the Cubs are able to corral it and get it out of danger, but Bishop Heelan right back onto the attack again.
Again, it's White creating chances for her team, and I thought she was going to have a pop at goal there as she was dribbling sideways, but she decided to pass. Again, it's been a good start from Bishop Heelan. They're showing a lot of energy right now, and Nevada are struggling just to transition and get themselves forward into their attacking half.
I think right now the Nevada's just kind of trying to get the ball out of danger. They're just kicking the ball and not connecting up with passes and building up an attack. As the ball sent down to White, it'll be another offsides from the far side AR. Be a free kick for the Cubs.
Yeah, it's a credit to Bishop Heelan's willingness to go and work harder to get the ball back quickly and put Nevada under pressure. The balls, when Nevada are sending the ball up the field, it's coming right back at them. They've got to try to make that ball stick in their attacking half right now.
Yeah, Traylon White with 27 goals on the year, and then Jada Newberg, number 23, that had a few touches here in the last couple attacks on 24 goals. So some really prolific scoring for both those forwards, including Lauren Peck coming in with 16 goals. So a lot of scoring in that front line for sure.
Yeah, and you can see that even just in the first 10 to 12 minutes, you can see why these two kids have these numbers. They've been dangerous. White up there's looked lively. She's causing a lot of problems.
Yeah,
so
foul called on White. It'll be a free kick for the Cubs. Emma Stroutman puts the ball back into play.
I think it's going to be important that both teams kind of pace themselves as well. It's going to be a long game, and under the weather conditions, you don't want to get exhausted too quickly.
White with a little bit of a misplay on the near side field here. It goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Cubs.
Nevada just need to ride the storm here a little bit, and they're going to freshen up here in the middle and bring on some subs.
Got our first substitutions of the game. Substitutions are sponsored by IMT Insurance. Learn how we can be worry-free with IMT at imtins.com.
Usually we're up in the press box, but we're down right here on the line and almost in the play. We're almost in the game here. It's really good to be down here in and around the action.
That 50-50 hit that we had with White early in the game, I kind of felt it as she collided with that Cub defender. We're right here in the action. Seeing more of a coach's view than we usually have the announcer view. Nice ball to the outside, well weighted. Number 12, Belle Nelson with the touchdown there. She goes down, and the Crusader defender goes down, but no call.
Yeah, it's better from Nevada. It's the first opportunity they've had to get at Bishop Heeling's back line there. They've managed to unbalance them, and they've got a throw-in out of it here.
Nelson with a nice little run there, played the ball perfectly, and just wasn't able to get control of it to get the center pass.
I think one thing that's going to be key this weekend for all classes, for all teams, is set pieces. you know, attacking and defending set pieces. The teams who can make the most of their attacking set pieces and really defend their defensive set pieces against them. Those two things are going to be key elements for this weekend or this next 3-4 days.
Yeah, Lindsay Gerdes is going to be taking the free kick here. She puts the ball into play in a great position. Knocked out by the Crusaders. There's White again, right in the midst of everything. Gets a nice outlet pass.
Yeah, this time she's showing her defensive responsibility. Just coming back to make sure that Nevada couldn't get a shot off the corner kick there.
White got away with a little bit of a pull of the jersey there, but she gets downfield. Nice control. She's getting in there, and the Cubs knocked that ball down and tried to send it out of the danger area. Goalkeeper takes some contact. And our first score of the game. It's number 23. That's Jada Newberg for the Crusaders.
Yeah, it kind of flashed by surprise there, and I thought the goalkeeper was coming to get it, and unfortunately there was just a little miscommunication. And credit to Bishop Heelan, they were there ready to pounce on it, and they've done enough to get it over the line.
Just a little bit of chaos.
It was.
The goalkeeper came out to try to make a play, and there was some contact, and I think everybody kind of stopped for a second, expecting a whistle, and there just wasn't a whistle.
Yeah, no, it was definitely a scrappy goal, but it's a goal nonetheless, and it's 1-0 to Bishop Heelan, and I think they started the game the best. I think they probably deserved that goal to back up their first 10, 15-minute performance.
The Heelan crowd's definitely into the game. It's a 1-0 lead for the Crusaders.
Yeah, it's an exciting day out, down from Sioux City into the big city of Des Moines to come and support their team.
Got a boisterous crowd for sure. Reese Bleeker with a couple touches and sends it down the field. It'll be roll out of bounds for the Cubs.
But no, credit to Bishop Heelan. They've came out the traps right from the first whistle with the most energy. They're getting after it. They're playing good football. They've got a forward up there who's really showed up right now, and she's making things happen. And you know, we've got a good game on our hands right now.
So Nevada's down 1-0. What's going through their minds right now as they try to get that equalizer to get back in this game? What are they going to be looking
I think
to do?
the most important thing right now from Nevada is to manage the occasion right now. Just don't get caught up too much in the emotions. Obviously, the Bishop Heelan fans are starting to get a little bit more excited because they got the first goal. They've got to really ride the storm, let the game calm back down again, and then try to find a way to get themselves back in the game. The last thing you want to do right now is concede a second goal when you're up, backs are against the wall.
Yeah, Evelyn Anderson with the throw in for the Cubs has got a really strong set of arms there. She gets the ball back into place, but it's taken by Traylon White, and she's just going across the field kind of wherever she wants to go right now.
Yeah, this kid, she's been incredible the first 15 minutes of the game. She's really catching the eye of everybody here.
Yeah, so we're kind of riding that storm you said. We're 13 minutes in here into the first half. You know, we probably expended quite a bit of energy going into this first 13 minutes, you know, but you've got to reset, get your feet back underneath you mentally, physically, and be able to push forward again.
Yeah, sometimes as a collective group, you've just got to try to get everybody together and tighten up a little bit and just make sure that, you know, everybody's close together and you get through the more emotional phase of the game right now, and then because Nevada will get their moments where they'll be able to get back in the game. It's just about making sure they don't concede again right now.
Ball kind of rebounding back and forth here between both teams here just across midfield. Ball sent out of bounds. That'll be a Cub throw in.
It's a good position for Thompson to pick up the ball here and allow her to run at the Bishop Heelan defence. You know, you can see, you know, Bishop Heelan have taken off White right now. Give her a little break. She's done her job the first 15 minutes of the game. She's So I think that's smart coaching. Just give her a little break, put her in spells, because it's tough. You can see Bishop Heelan, they really defend with 6 players at all time, and then they rely on these attacking players to kind of transition and help them get forward.
Yeah, number 6, Maddie LaFleur, has just entered into the game. She's looks like she took the place of White up there at the forward position. That's her on defense there with Newberg.
Yeah, I've been really impressed by this Bishop Heelan team. We don't often see the 1A schools as much as we would probably like to throughout the season, and it just shows you that there's quality players in all classes, and I've been super impressed by this Bishop Heelan team so far. They thoroughly deserve to be 1-0 up.
Throw out for the Crusaders. Cubs get it corralled and start to move up the field on a small counterattack. Looking to connect up with the next pass, and that goes a little bit errant as Bishop Heelan picks that ball up, but back to Nevada. Ball sent into the middle. Nice little bit of possession here for the Cubs. But then Crusaders shut that door, and they're back on the attack once again, sending a long ball in. Sent out of bounds by the Cubs. Be a throw in for the Crusaders.
Yeah, you can see the last few attacks, Bishop Heelan are just maybe not, they're still effective, but maybe just not quite as effective without White up there.
We have Nyla Yoakum for the throw in. Ball sent in. Danger Newberg is there here.
Good job, Jada.
Hey fans, Central College has you covered with career building programs, and with tuition less than $20,000 a year and tons of scholarships, it's the best decision ever. Apply today at central.edu. Central College. Proud to have them as a sponsor this year. Ball being cycled around here by the defensive line of the Crusaders. Probing for that opening. It'll be a foul called on the Cubs as one of the midfielders for the Crusaders goes down. It'll be a free kick for the Crusaders.
Yeah, it's another opportunity for Bishop Heelan to put the ball into Nevada's into their box and put it in the mixer, see what they've got.
Senior Lauren Peck is going to be stepping up to take this corner kick. 16 goals on the year for her. She puts the ball into play. Nice kick. Going to be a really dangerous spot as the goalkeeper comes out and is able to corral that ball. Jocelyn Farmer with the save.
Good job, Maddie.
Trying to get us involved here, Jordan, as the ball comes right almost to us here at the table.
I know, I was about to get that left foot out and get a touch on it.
Producer was getting a little bit nervous that he was going to have to get a header out and save his equipment, but no dice there. Nice little bit of work by the midfield of the Cubs.
Yeah, Alexa Betting there, just showing her quality. Just she looked to try to go forward, it wasn't quite on, so she helped maintain the ball by going backwards.
Nice long throw. Flipping the field here for the Crusaders. They get it over to the far side of the field to send a ball into the midfielder. Nice little ball. It's knocked around a little bit by the Cubs. Back to the midfield. Newberg with the touch backwards into the midfield. Offsides once again called on the Crusaders. That's the third offsides call for them. But I tell you what, I mean, I would take some of those offsides calls because we know as a Crusader fan, you know that they are itching to get to that.
No, they are. I think the idea's right. The run's correct. They just need to time it a little bit better. And it's important that they keep trying and keep making that run because they will eventually get it right.
And it's wearing on a defense, right? To
Yeah.
have to worry about where that back line is all the time and where those offensive players. So you're constantly having to make mental checkoffs as they go forward. It comes with a nice little run down the middle of the field. There will be a foul called on number 12. That'll be Elizabeth De Los Santos.
Yeah, it's better from Aubrey Thompson. She's showing her her ability there. She's a good dribbler of the ball. She's powerful. She's strong. And I think Thompson needs to do that more. I think that's what's going to help Nevada get forward, is using her on the dribble to try to bring her team up the field. And as I say, we get a set piece. It's an opportunity to go put the ball in the box.
Little yellow card for number 12, De Los Santos. Just got called for a yellow card there, so that'll be meditating this free kick. But I think the call is for a takedown from behind on a not really a scoring position, but going down the field to get that ball taken down from behind and got the call.
Yeah, I think it was maybe a little bit harsh to get a yellow card. It's her first foul, but the ref showed that she's not messing around today.
Yeah, Lauren LaFleur looks like to be a tall goalkeeper back there. I just noticed there when she stood up there and grabbed that ball out of the air. She just launched a ball into orbit here. They went almost all the way down the field here with LaFleur taking that free kick.
Yeah, she's got some good height, and it's always good to have a goalkeeper with good athleticism, and especially balls in the air. It can be very tricky, big high long balls coming into your box, and if you've got a goalkeeper who's comfortable to go take it out of the air, it really does help the defenders and takes a load off them.
Yeah, we got White back into the game as a substitute. Those are brought to you by IMT Insurance today. So the yellow card rules for high school soccer, just to recap those, it's 5 minutes off the field. They aren't allowed to, not going to be playing down. They'll just replace them as a substitute. So both teams will still have the same amount of players on the field, but that individual will just have to sit down for the 5 minutes, correct?
Yeah.
And then with 2 yellow cards, if it does come and happen, then there would be a red card, and we would be down a player at that point. So it looks like we're going to take a hydration break here at 19:26 here in the first half, just halfway through the first half. It's a 1-0 lead for the Crusaders over the Cubs.
Yeah, there's nothing beats a little water break, and you get to go and just pour water over your head or a wet towel and drain it right down your back. It feels really good, especially in this heat.
Yeah, I think we're probably right on the edge of needing these water breaks and not, but as the day goes on, you'd rather be safe than sorry and keep these girls hydrated so we don't...
Yeah. Yeah, I think it would be ludicrous if we didn't have water breaks. It's very hot, and it's important that we're looking after the athletes and giving them the best possible opportunity to showcase themselves as best as they can, and giving them a little water break halfway through each half is going to help them recharge, and it allows there's no timeouts in soccer, so it does allow the coaching staff to maybe get some information just to the group. Sometimes it's difficult to get your message across while the game's in the play. If the crowd's really loud, it's tough sometimes to get that message or to really get your message over clearly. Yeah. So sometimes with these little water breaks, you can get the huddle in and get that information over.
Yeah, it's hard to work tactics on the field while game is being played. This maybe gives an opportunity for them to maybe talk about how the Cubs going to deal with White here moving forward, some things like that. What are they saying in the Nevada's huddle there? What would you be saying as a coach?
Yeah, I mean, I would be trying to get players on the ball that's going to help them get forward. We saw just before the water break there, Aubrey Thompson driving forward with the ball on the dribble. I think that's definitely going to be a way to help Nevada get up the field. Bishop Heeling's been really good. I thought defensively they've been pretty solid. Nevada are struggling to get forward, so I think that's one way that Nevada's tried to go into their half with maybe skipping it and playing some longer passes, and it's just not quite worked for them. The balls immediately came right back to them, so maybe trying to go on the dribble, I would say, it might help them get forward.
Now, if we jump over to Heelan, obviously they're ahead 1-0. You know, is coach just saying, give me more of what we've given so far today, or what are you thinking on that side?
Yeah, I don't think there's much to really say for Bishop Heelan. They just need to keep doing what they're doing. They're playing with more energy. They're playing with a little bit more desire. I would just be trying to get the ball to White as much as I can. Traylon White is definitely the difference maker on the field right now, and the more Bishop Heelan can get her into 1v1 situations or get her running at the Nevada goal, that's going to be a successful. But in terms of defensively, I think the two centre backs for Bishop Heelan have been solid. Their goalkeeper's solid, so it's going to take something special from Nevada to get themselves back in this game here.
Well, it looks like the teams are taking the field. Just want to thank the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-America Energy, as we get ready for after this water break and get back into gameplay. It'll be a Crusader throw-in on the far side, kind of in a dangerous spot here. We've had several really strong throw-ins from both teams as they send that ball in.
Yeah, more and more teams we've saw this season, Austin, are utilising their players who can throw the ball longer, and it's almost like a corner kick, right?
Yeah.
They can really put the ball into dangerous areas and make it uncomfortable for defences.
Yeah, we've seen those throw-in specialists become, I mean, we've called a lot of games this year so far, Jordan, and it seems like just as we've gone more and more into the season, we've seen more and more of the bringing somebody in from elsewhere on the field to go ahead and take all those throw-ins, especially in dangerous spots down here near the goal box.
Yeah, it's definitely a huge advantage for you if you have someone in your team that can throw it from the sideline all the way into the box.
Ooh, nice little steal in the midfield for number 2, Maddie Gengler.
You know,
she draws a foul there as well.
Yeah, like that's been the difference in the game right now. Like number 2 there for Bishop Heelan, just coming in with a bit of enthusiasm and not giving Nevada a second on the ball. You know, that it's really good defending.
So Lauren Peck once again stepping up to take the free kick. 22 minutes into the first half. It's on frame. Goalkeeper kind of juggles it a little bit, but keeps the ball right in front of her. Jocelyn Farmer, nice job of gobbling that ball up as it came into her, and she sends it back into play.
She done really well just to quickly recover there. I was a bit worried for her for half a second, but she done well to recover.
Ball sent out of bounds. It looks like it's going to be a throw-in for the Cubs. Trying to see what the signal for the AR, but it looks like she already made her call. It looks like it's going to be the Cubs throw-in. White with the turn of the corner here as the defense does a nice job of cutting her off on that one, but she's trying to track that ball down. Almost committed a foul from the backside again. It would be her second foul of the game.
Yeah, I think now for Traylon White, you know, Nevada have started to identify that she's fast, right? So as soon as she's picking up the ball and starting to dribble sideways, they're backing off. So I think White needs to maybe look at maybe shooting from distance now. As she's running with the ball, she doesn't necessarily need to get past every Nevada player. I would be looking for her to maybe shoot from distance more as they're starting to back off her.
Now we just got done with the game where the offensive player that was very similar to White here was man marked, and we'll talk about that here in a second as a long ball sent down here by the Cubs, and trying to get somebody to run that one down, and Cubs do get some control here deep in the offensive line here for themselves. A couple moves in there, but ball's kind of bouncing around to everybody, but the Cubs are doing a nice job of controlling it here.
Yeah, it was a much better ball in behind that time from Nevada. It had a lot more range on it, and what the ball done was it made the Bishop Heelan backline have to run back facing their own goal.
And spread out a little bit
Yeah,
as well.
they had to spread out, and it allowed Nevada to then squeeze and get up into Bishop Heelan's half. And, you know, once you put the ball into dangerous areas, this is where you can get free kicks, you can make it dangerous, and then you can feed off of those set pieces.
Tori Meineke stepping up for the free kick, 4-person wall. And that goes over the top of the frame. She probably will want that one back and maybe put a little bit more dangerous on that one, but it's a first real set piece for the Cubs for the day.
Yeah, it was a good hit. She just got a little bit under it, just too much. Got under the ball too much there, and up and over it. I think it's going to take something special though to beat this Bishop Heelan goalkeeper from distance. Again, you can see Nevada's trying to go in behind on the bigger ball, but this time Bishop Heelan were alert and they were able to drop back quicker. So that's when you've got to try to play in front of the back line now. Some of the Bishop Heelan fans are starting to get a little bit antsy with some of the couple of last calls there.
I think Nevada did a great job of defending there, though.
Yeah.
She had better body position in that situation on the 50-50 ball, and White just tried to play right through her and was called for the foul, and rightly so. That's Belle Nelson on the far side there with a couple moves as she corrals that ball.
Yeah, she's twisting and turning down this right side, looking to try to get across in the box.
Earns herself a throw in. She'll be taking that throw in, throws it in deep. Tori Meineke with a few touches down there. The Cubs are starting to show some life here with some continuation of possession here. They're starting to connect some passes, moving the ball front to back on the field. So a nice little job with them. We've got another substitution coming into the game. Substitutions are brought to you by IMT Insurance. Don't worry, be worry-free with IMT at imtins.com.
Yeah, I think the last kind of 3 to 5 minutes has been Nevada's best spell of the game. They're starting to play the game in Bishop Heeling's half, which has not been the case so far. So it's important that they look to try to keep doing that. But the problem is you end up in this situation where White then runs at you because now she's got more space.
She took a nice little center pass there, and then Heelan gets called for a foul in the box. Both crowds cheering wildly here. Both thought they should have got that ball their own way, but it'll be a free kick for the Cubs.
Yeah, that one was it's a tricky one for the ref. It really could have went either way. I took a gasp myself because I wasn't sure what she was going to give, the penalty or the free kick. But unfortunately for Bishop Heelan, unfortunately for Nevada, she gave the free kick.
Nice little battle down there at the end line, won by the Crusaders. Ball sent out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for the Crusaders. Kylie Gengler will be a sophomore, be dropping down in there to do the throw in, number 10.
Yeah, I think we're going to see the long throw set piece coming in. This time she's went a little bit lower with it, trying to drive it into the ground.
Ooh, nice little move there by Lauren Peck as she steps over that ball and changes direction. And then gets it into White in the center.
Yeah, Bishop Heelan's got 2 or 3 some really good players that have caught my eye today. It's players that they look comfortable on the ball, they look confident on the ball. They've got a bit of trickery, they've got some speed, they've got some good thought process as well. So it's been really pleasing to watch them.
This is going to be a Kruger Seeds corner kick. The next time you're in need of corn or soybean seed, give your local Kruger Seeds dealer a call. Kruger Seeds, first class seed, first name service. Learn more at krugerseed.com. Well, not much happened on that corner kick there at all. It kind of got sent out pretty quickly.
Yeah, it was good defending from Nevada.
I mean, I think I've seen the change that I've seen as soon as White touches that ball. There's 2 or 3 people just screaming at her from the Cubs each and every time that she's got that ball. Not that she's able to not get into some dangerous spots there, but there's definitely a lot more traffic around her as she's navigating through that midfield.
Yeah, I'm sure Nevada's done their homework on Bishop Heelan prior to the game and identified White as a key player that they've got to make sure they're not switching off and letting her. Had a
tough 50-50 ball down there in the corner, and I don't think she even made a call on the contact at all. Both players went down.
Yeah, it's one of those moments. It was a really good 1v1 duel, and both players ended up on the ground, but I'm not quite sure if it really was a free kick or not, and to be honest, I think a throw-in was a fair result.
I think so as well.
You know, it's a contact sport, and you're allowed to go and be aggressive as long as you're not too over aggressive. But yeah, I don't see anything wrong with that, and I think the ref gave the right call.
Yeah, Lindsay Garridas into the game for the Cubs. Substitutions are brought to you by IMT Insurance. Taryn Hill with a shot from distance. Nice little touch by Farmer as it sends out of bounds. It'll be another corner kick for the Crusaders.
Yeah, it's the first time Trellin White's had a pop from distance, and I said it earlier. I think that she maybe look to do that more often for her team, and it was a good save. Good save from Nevada's goalkeeper, and now they've got to defend the corner though.
So this will be a Kruger Seeds corner kick, first class seed, first name service. The ball's put into play by the Crusaders. Cubs are able to get a control of that and send it out. So a little bit different kind of a tactic that we've seen the Crusaders use on their corner kicks here so far, is they're putting it more out to the top of the box rather than right in front of the goalkeeper. I guess it's just a difference in tactic as well on the free kick, or on the set piece.
Yeah, I think right now they're just trying to make sure that they get it out of the dangerous area and not let Nevada get on the end of it, and maybe sometimes they're going a little bit longer with it, sometimes they're dropping it in the middle, and just continuing to ask questions in the Nevada back line.
Nearing the 32nd minute of the first half. It's a 1-0 lead for the Crusaders. Ball sent out by the Cubs.
So one thing about corners, when you take them, you have a rough idea where you want to land the ball, but it doesn't always necessarily go in the exact spot that you want it to go. Yeah. That's the joy of it, and that kind of surprise sometimes for the defense.
And I mean, we see that on all levels. You can see it from Pee-wees all the way up to the EPL. Premier League, is that those corner kicks are not a sure thing by any means.
No. You can have an idea. You can maybe drop it shorter or try to go longer into the back area. But I just always say, as long as you can put it into a dangerous area and try to make it as really uncomfortable for the opposition, I think you're halfway there.
Crusaders with control in the midfield. They bring it up. Newberg with a nice little run down the side, beats a couple defenders, and she just shedding defenders as she goes, centers it into the midfield and goes down hard.
Yeah, she's done terrific there down that right side. She got past two defenders and put the ball into a dangerous area. And again, the Crusaders are constantly asking questions of this Nevada backline. And right now Nevada's doing a lot of chasing. They're doing a lot of off the ball running, which in this climate can be tough. It can be difficult. And it's not just physically draining, it can also be mentally draining as well. So the Crusaders are in a right good spot right now.
But I think in the same breath, the Cubs have got to feel much better than they did maybe 15 minutes ago at the same point too. I mean, we've had some possession. They've had a couple moments of getting down there, put some shots on goal, have threatened that back line a little bit. So, I think they've weathered that first storm as well.
I think the pleasing thing right now for the Nevada's coaching staff will be that they're still in this game.
Yep,
they're definitely still in this game. Although the Crusaders have been the better team, Nevada are still in the game.
Center pass here for Nevada, and it kind of goes awry, and it may end up with a corner kick for the Cubs. They're first of the game.
I tell you that, it looked a lot closer than what it was, and it almost ended up in deflecting off of their own player and into their goal. But I thought maybe it could have been a free kick in the Crusaders' favour. They got away with one there, and it almost ended up in the goal.
Yeah, I think the goalkeeper was surprised that short side defender got a head on the ball, and it kind of just knocked it around someplace where they didn't think it was going to go, ended up rolling out of bounds here. So it'll be a Nevada free kick or corner kick here. They're brought to you by Kruger Seeds, first class seed, first name service. I mean, this is a great opportunity for the Cubs to get right back into this game with a dangerous set piece here. Bishop Heelan players taking taking some time. Looks like he may be nursing an injury as she leaves the field here, but they're waiting to get her off the field before they put the ball into play. Cubs put the ball into play. Goes short, easily defended by the Crusaders.
Yeah, you've really got to beat the first defender on those set pieces. I know Aubrey Thompson can send a good ball into the box.
Cubs still threatening here with a throw in from the far side. A foul on the Cubs. It'll be a free kick for the Crusaders.
Yeah, I think it might be a little makeup call, Austin, from maybe a couple other ones that she missed. But you know, I think the referee's had a really good game so far. She's let the game play out and let the girls, you know, go at each other, which is always pleasing to see. It's a great tackle from White. And this is one thing I really like about White, is she's not just a good attacking player, she gets back and helps defend, and she's got a bit about her as well, you know. She's not shy to put herself into a tackle and put herself around the field.
Looks like we have an injury on the field, maybe a cut on a chin maybe. Number 24 for the Cubs. Looks like it's Emma Stropman, junior defender. Play is stopped here for a few seconds here as they attend to her. Maybe a bloody nose, not sure what there, but she was kind of cupping at her face there. So looks like it's just something fairly simple here, but they're looking to get her taken care of before we jump back into play. They'll stop the clock here to get that substitution back in again. Looks like maybe Taryn White also has maybe some blood on her jersey as well, so she's being sent over to her sideline to get that taken care of as well. So we'll have a little bit of a break here.
Yeah, it's not an ideal color of jersey to get blood on it.
No, I think everybody's kind of looking around at everybody's kind of looking around at their jerseys and seeing if they've got anything anywhere as they look to get that taken care of for safety issue. We'll have a substitution in that'll be coming into for that injury. The substitutions in today's match are brought to you by IMT Insurance. Learn how you can be worry-free with IMT at imtins.com. Just want to thank some of our other sponsors here. Iowa Farm Bureau is the sole title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union and the presenting sponsor of the state soccer tournament. Appreciate their assistance here. It looks like they're going to pull both teams off the field here and just get everybody cleaned up and maybe get a little water break with just a little bit under 5 minutes left to go here in the first half. Just a 1-0 lead for the Crusaders over the Cubs in a quarterfinal match here at the Iowa Soccer State Tournament.
Yeah, it's been a decently entertaining game to kick us off today, and I think Bishop Heelan have showed just a little bit more at the moment so far in the game. You know, as we talked about earlier, the Nevada Cubs, they're definitely not out of this game, but you know, they're going to have to dig a little bit deeper and find something within themselves to really ask questions of this Bishop Heelan team today.
I can definitely see some signs of some of the girls feeling the heat here as rolling up the sleeves on the side, trying to get air any way that they can right now to get themselves cooled down, as it'll just be a free drop for the Crusaders to put it back into play. Ball sent out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Crusaders. Dangerous ball as the goalkeeper Former comes up for the Cubs and does a nice job of getting control of that ball as it got sent in.
Goalkeeper's done really well there. They try to start a quick counter attack and just got caught on the sticky grass.
Katie Grote with the challenge there as the Crusaders able to get around her. Avery Anderson with a couple touches. Trying to get it back into the middle. Once again to Aubrey Thompson. She gets past her defender there, looking for an opportunity. Senders it in. Almost gets it by to Kaylee Grote. But footsteps out and a long shot here from Aubrey Thompson there.
That's exactly what Nevada need. You know, I talked about it earlier in the half, just getting Aubrey Thompson on the ball in between the lines and dribbling and driving at that Bishop Heelan defence. And first time around, she looked to slip one through for the forward, and it got cut out. And then it came right back to her, and she managed to get a shot off and goal.
Yeah. Traylon White called for a handball. It'll be a free kick for the Cubs. Evelyn Anderson sends it back into play. Vanessa Reed on the far side gets some control, gets the ball back from her defender. Starts to move up the field, sends it into the midfield. It's swiped for a second by the Crusaders, but then the Cubs get it back, and the ball rolls out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Crusaders. Ball girl working hard over there on the far side. Just a little bit over 2 minutes. The Cubs will be looking to make sure that they try to cling to just this one down goal here as Jada Newberg is taken down. It'll be a free kick, pretty far out here for the Crusaders, but this is a dangerous time for the Cubs. They've weathered the storm. They're only down 1-0. They really need to get to the half of 1-0 and just get some confidence back for that second half, as they played better here in the second half of the first half. Goalkeeper does a nice job. Jocelyn Farmer steps up and just sure-handedly snatches that one out of the air, and no danger there. She sends it back into play.
Yeah, it's another good catch out of the air from the Nevada goalkeeper, and you know, it's just going back to the foul. It was a little bit of a clumsy foul just right at the end of the half, and fortunately for Nevada, they managed to see her out.
Nice connecting pass for the Cubs. One minute left as the ball kind of pinballs between both teams. The Cubs will look to just control this ball. The rest of it, I think coach would like them to keep control of it, but they're going to push the ball up and try to make something happen here. Another handball called by the in favor of the Crusaders, so it'll be a free kick with 40 seconds left to go here. The Crusaders look to take a long ball here probably and see what can happen.
Yeah, they're going to roll one last throw of the dice at the Nevada back line for this first half. See if they can pop in a second goal right before halftime.
Jada Newberg lets the ball roll past her, and a Nevada defender is there, knocks it off of Newberg, and it'll be a free kick with just 15 seconds left to go.
Yeah, I think that'll get us to the end of the half.
And that ends the first half. It's a 1-0 lead for the Crusaders over the Cubs. Now we'd like to take a moment to once again thank our title sponsor, Our Farm Bureau, for their support of the Girls State Soccer Tournament. We'll be back in a few minutes here with the halftime show.
Living your best life means something different to everyone, especially when it comes to healthcare. That's why Mercy One offers compassionate, personalized care. We are here for you with one team of experts, providing access to the primary
so they can continue to promote Iowa agriculture and tell the story as to why agriculture touches all of our lives every single day.
So the student athletes participating in this year's state tournament are taking home some awesome souvenirs. Can you tell us a little bit more about those?
Yeah, you know, the Signature Ball program has been a student favorite for years now. You know, and it's one of those mementos that those kids get to take with them. Every student participating in the tournament gets one of these signature balls that they can have their teammates, their coaches, and their mentors sign, so that one day they can look back and think, the hard work and dedication that they put into their sport, it earned them the right to play at this tournament, and they can remember that in this signature ball program.
Thanks again, Brent, and to Farm Bureau, and enjoy your second half of soccer.
Obsessively, relentlessly at your service. To me, it means being there 24/7, rain or shine, during storms, after storms.
Being a first responder to the community, to my customers.
Being there to get the customers back on and to see the smiles on their face.
To provide the kind of reliability that we can hold our heads high about.
And we want to keep our customers safe. Safety's first around here.
And that's rewarding.
Slade's the place for you!
Fans, official state tournament merchandise is now available online. Time to get your smartphones out. So just scan the QR code on your screen now or visit IGHSAU.org to browse and customize your merchandise to match your style. Well, we welcome viewers back here. Just about minute 50 left to go here in the halftime. Just kind of want to recap the first half. It was just a rousing start from the Crusaders, and they were able to get the lead off of a score by Jada Newberg off of a kind of a chaotic play in front of the net that Jordan had just been kind of created by the Crusaders, just putting in a lot of pressure on the Cubs there early in the game.
Yeah, the Crusaders came out the traps flying right from the first whistle. We've talked about it a lot in the first half, Trellin White, and just constantly asking questions of the Cubs' backline, and eventually they managed to capitalise on a little miscommunication, and it was enough to get it up and over the goalkeeper and over the line.
Yeah, and then with some continued pressure by the Crusaders into the mid part right before the water break, and then the Cubs started to figure out how to handle White a little bit better, and so the defensive line was kind of making a little bit more of a case for defense against her, and started to get some free play of their own, getting down into some of their own possession at the other end of the field.
Yeah, no, I mean the one positive thing from Nevada is they've kept themselves in the game. They've kept the scoreline at 1-0. They've had a couple of decent moments at times in the first half. I think if they can continue to get players on the ball like Aubrey Thompson and Alexa Betting, that's going to help them advance up the field on the dribble more, and then if they can maybe utilise some of their set pieces that they've been getting from maybe the corner or a free mick, and that, I think that will help them get back into the game. But the good thing is it's still only 1-0. It's a 1-goal score, and it always gives you a chance to get back in the game.
So it looks like the clock's run out here. The Crusaders are having some technical difficulties over there on the far side as their tent over their bench just went completely awry and went flying, and they're trying to get control back of that again as the teams start to take the field. We'll be flipping the script here in the second half as the purple Nevada Cubs will be on your right going to your left, and the Heelan Crusaders will be going from left to right. And I believe it'll be the Crusaders with possession to start off right here. So I think Crusaders had a great first half, but the Nevada's right in this one, and a goal just levels things off very easily. It's just a 1-0 lead for the Crusaders as 40 minutes are back on the clock, and the referee looks at her sheet and is about ready to put the ball back into play for the second half.
Yeah, I think the way the first half went, the next goal's really important. If Bishop Heelan can go 2-0 up, then they're putting themselves in a right good spot to advance, where if the game goes 1-1 and Nevada get back in the game, then it's game on.
Long ball taken from the defensive line of the Cubs. Maybe that wind is blowing a little bit harder than we think it is.
No, it's picked up in the last kind of just over the halftime break there. The wind's definitely picked up slightly. There's more of a breeze, which is maybe something that the 2A and the 3A schools will be pleased to hear, if that can continue to stay like that.
And I think usually that's something that both teams have to adjust for, but typically the team that's with the win is usually at a pretty good advantage as they're able to take longer balls, put it into open space, and utilize that little bit of extra oomph as that wind blows the ball as it makes its way down its field. But I think we'll see some errant passes here, at least at the beginning of the second half, as both teams kind of get used to what's going on there. 50-50 ball kind of bounces off a couple players there, and the Cubs get control of it and send a ball downfield.
Yeah, similar to the first half, at the start of the second half, you've really got to, again, start properly, be mentally engaged. And then, as a coaching staff and as players, you've got to figure out if the opposition team have made any changes, whether it's a personnel change, whether it's a formation change, and just pick up on these things early in the second half to make sure that you're not going to get caught off guard.
Crusaders send a long ball into play, gets it up to midfield. Newberg with a couple touches, sends the ball into some space. Number 3, Addison Kuehl, goes down there and gets control of the ball and looks like it's sent out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Crusaders. 14 running down the line. That's Marin Frazee with a throw-in. Strong ball here put into the goal keep. Farmer's right there ready to grab that out of the air.
I think in this second half we're really going to start to see the effects off the heat.
Yeah.
You're going to start to see players fatigue a little bit more, and that's when games can be won and lost, and certain players can strive and other players can struggle. And I think if the game becomes more stretched and space opens up a little bit more, players like Trellin White, that's going to suit her, where she's got more space to run and get at the Nevada back line.
Cubs send that ball out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in on the far side for the Crusaders. Throwing the ball into play. Centering pass, and it's actually a shot on goal.
Yeah.
Looks like from Newberg on that far side, yep.
Yeah, decent strike there for number 23, Newberg. And again, good hands from the goalkeeper.
She's been in the right place at the right time, except for that little chaotic moment there in the first half. She's defended fairly well. A pretty potent offense getting thrown at her today by the Crusaders.
Yeah, she's had to come and take a few higher balls into the box, and it was a good strike, but it was at a comfortable height. It's right at her at a comfortable height, but you've still got to get your hands on it and make sure you don't spill it, and it's exactly what she's done. And so fair play to her. She's having a good game.
It'll be a free kick for Nevada here as they put the ball back into play. Strong ball kicked into the middle.
It's a lot of miscommunication there between the Nevada players of who's going for it.
A couple Cubs trying to decide if they were going to be the one to step up, and nobody stepped up.
Yeah, it was really, really good recovery there.
Nice sliding tackle
yeah,
there.
It was a kind of misplaced pass, but then she immediately jumped on the second one, made sure that Nevada didn't get in.
Some control for Nevada as they try to split 2 defenders, and she does get a ball out to the outside, trying to get a centering pass into Avery Anderson. She tries to send it back out. It's just a little bit too heavily weighted and rolls out of bounds. It'll be a free kick for the goalkeeper for the Crusaders.
Yeah, that was a nice little give and go from number 2 there, Tori Meinekik.
Little basketball box out there, keeps the possession for the Crusaders as the Newburgh gets a touch here, and just a fleeting streak of purple comes right in front of her at the last second, is able to deflect that ball and sends it out to the side. But Newburgh had an excellent opportunity with almost a little bit of a one-on-one with the goalkeeper there, but the Nevada defender came in very, very late and just provided a little bit of friction there, and was able to get the ball going in the right direction for them.
Yeah, it's terrific defending from Evelyn Anderson just to cover around there, you know. It was a little bit of just the sloppy play from the centre back there, number 25 Reagan Schmidt, and but she can thank her centre back partner a little bit later for that one, with Anderson coming round and blocking the shot. But again, it's important that you continue to just stay engaged in the game and make sure you don't give away anything silly, because you know number 23 Jada Newburgh and Trellin White up there, but if you give them half a second or to get at you, they can really punish you.
Well, we just saw it almost happen right in front of us, right? Just a small mistake, and Newburgh was off to the races there, and was.
Because you know you can see from the Bishop Heelan shape, you know they almost just defend in 2 banks of 4, and leave Newburgh and White up there to. Although their numbers down, they're a handful. They're really difficult to deal with.
Yeah, just had a substitution come into the game. They're brought to you by IMT Insurance. Learn how you can be worry-free at imtinsurance.com. Crusaders put the ball back into play. I think I just noticed just here in the second half, Nevada has been the first to the ball on a lot of these balls coming in, whereas the Crusaders were the first to the ball in pretty much every situation in the first half. So nice job on them, is trying to change that dynamic up a little bit here as the second half starts up, as Taryn White just taking on everybody on the whole team for Nevada. And what are we going to call
it's
here?
It's probably something the Nevada coaching staff is identified from the first half, and you know I mentioned it in commentary as well. Like Bishop Heelan just had a little bit more edge to them and played with a little bit more enthusiasm. So that's something they've probably spoken about, that they've got to go match that in the second half.
Yeah, this is a corner kick. This will be a Kruger Seeds corner kick, first class seed, first name service. Put the ball into play, and ball goes out behind the goal there, so no danger there at all.
Yeah, they didn't use that set piece to their advantage at that time around, but
tried to play the wind maybe a little bit too much.
Yeah,
and,
yeah, I just think it was she didn't make the connection she wanted to with it.
A dangerous pass here from goal. They send it right up the middle, and it looks like they're able to get out of there without a problem here. It'll be a throw-in for the Crusaders.
It's important if you're going to, you know, kick the ball long from the restart, you've really got to get your team up and in first before you do that. You don't want to be super expansive and let them come right back.
Settles in, centers in on a corner, or on a centering pass there, and was that number 4 was streaking in from the far side. That was Reese Bleeker. Almost had an opportunity to put one in from that quick turn and center from Newburgh.
Yeah, it was a tremendous cross from Newburgh. She put it in a really dangerous area. And she just tried to guide it into the goal there with the side of her foot, and she was really unlucky. You know, the ball really flashed quickly across the face of goal, and she was unlucky there, Bleeker.
But Newburgh making some things happen there in the midfield.
Yeah, you know, I think there's something bubbling right now for Bishop Heelan. They're starting to knock on the door again and ask questions of Nevada.
There'll be a foul called on the Cubs. Kaylee Grote with the foul. It'll be a free kick. This will be taken by Lauren Peck. She's done most of the set pieces here in the first half, especially these ones at distance.
Yeah, there wasn't much in it. You could see Grote just kind of tugged on her arm, and it was enough for the referee to to give the foul.
And honestly, we saw several of those there in the first half as well that weren't called. So
yeah, it's maybe something the ref crew spoke about at halftime. You know, those guys evaluate each other and help each other out.
Peck stepping up, sends the ball into play. Nice ball, heavily weighted here. Goalkeeper in the right place at the right time. Just with number 15, Brooklyn Stanley, was just bearing down on her. But Farmer's able to grab that one and get control of it and send it back into play. Ball's bouncing and bouncing and bouncing right over midfield. Long pass shot out of there by the Cubs. Defensive line rolling back, as well as the offensive lines moving up. Transitioning from offense to defense. Sent out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Cubs. As a referee launches her whistle, as she blows the whistle to call that out of bounds. Launched the whistle at the same time.
Yeah, the game's starting to really stretch. You can see the big gaps between both lines in each team, and you know, again, you look at the shape, the 4-4-2 that Bishop Heeling's in. They're just quite happy to defend with 9 players, you know, 2 banks of 4 and a goalkeeper, and just leave their 2 forwards up there.
I mean, that's a luxury of having that 1-0 lead for sure. Cubs are trying to step up here. Long shot taken, and it's just offline. As one of the defending Cubs takes a one-timer. Looks like it would be number 20, Gracie Schiller.
Yeah, it's a
taking that shot.
Really good shot from Schiller, and you know, that's the risk that Bishop Heeling's going to run with being, you know, dropping off and just defending deep with their 2 banks of 4 and leaving the space in front of them for the Nevada backline to step in and take those shots from distance.
Newberg settling that down, trying to play a ball in for Traylon White. Now, other than a little attack here, a couple plays back, we haven't heard much of White's name here in the second half. Has the Cubs done something differently to defend her, or is it just they've gotten more used to seeing her moves and her attacks that they're defending her better?
I just think the service up to White just hasn't been as good and efficient as it was in the first half. I think Bishop Heeling will be looking to maybe just provide her with a little bit more service and support, and try to find ways to bring her into the game more, because, you know, it's quite clear she's the difference maker. But if you don't provide your difference maker with support, then it's going to be hard to get her in the game. But, you know, credit to Nevada's 2 centre backs; they are doing a much better job on her at the same time.
Nice job by the Nevada Cubs there as they draw a foul on the far side with a strong kick from the goalkeeper. Sends that ball into play in a little 50-50 fight. Kaylee Grote, who had just committed a foul, drew a foul of her own, and they'll have a dangerous set piece here.
Yeah, she's on the right side of the foul this time, and you know, these are the moments that Nevada are almost craving. You know, they're just get the ball into the Crusaders' half and get them, you know, set pieces, put it in the dangerous areas.
Evelyn Anderson puts the ball into play, but once again the goalkeeper in a great position. LaFleur easily grabs that one and puts it back into play. This one catches the wind this time, and they get it over to White's feet here. She's taken on 3 defenders, and she's running away from 2 of them, but the last defender is able to send that ball out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Crusaders.
Yeah, Schmidt and Davies just doubling up there. She was able to get by Davies, but then Schmidt again just coming over and covering. So, you know, that is maybe something they've spoke about at half-time, of if one centre-back's going to go tight and go into the duel with White, then the second centre-back and Schmidt just making sure she's covering round.
Nice centering ball goes into the far side of the field. 8 tries to get it back into the center of the field, and it goes to the left of the frame. It'll be out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick for the Cubs.
Now, just looking down down the roster in Nevada, they've only got one senior in their team, which is a good sign for them.
Yeah, young team. Nice move by White. White takes a shot. Well defended by Farmer. Farmer sends it off to the side of the goal. It'll be a corner kick for the Crusaders. The corner kicks are brought to you by Kruger Seeds Corner Kicks, first class seed and first name service. Looks like Addison Keel will be looking to better her corner kick from the first half here, from the first part of the second half here, where she sent it out of bounds here. She'll try to make those adjustments as she tries to put a ball into a dangerous place. She puts the ball into play. Not a good one there either for her, but hopefully she'll get another chance here. Sends it out of bounds. It'll be a free kick from the goal for the Cubs.
Yeah, just looking at the, Bishop Heelan, they've got 12 seniors on their squad, so I think you can definitely see the experience of Bishop Heelan in their squad. But, they've got 12 seniors, but their best player's a sophomore.
Ball kind of bouncing around to a couple different people. Send it into some open space. The goalkeeper comes all the way out. She's in a bad position. They're gonna send it in there. The Nevada Cubs just needs to get a touch on it. The goalkeeper's back into position right now. Exciting times here for the Cubs, and the Crusaders are able to get that ball out at the last second. Traylon White looks to make a turn and a counterattack. She's going to look to either beat that defender or send it into the middle as she tries to beat that defender around the edge. Nice defending by the Cubs. Gets her body into the right position. It'll be a foul by White. Nice little bit of defending there at the very end by the Cubs there. It's number 24 ended up drawing that foul on the almost on the end line there for the Cubs. Emma Strotman, she was the one that went off with the injury late in the first half. Nice job by her. Just did a good job of using her body and positioning to keep White off the ball.
It was a really exciting 60 minutes. It was absolutely madness in the Crusaders box, and Nevada almost getting a goal, and then immediately Traylon White just taking us from one end of the field to the other. Some fantastic running, but again Nevada done well to stop her. And I love the feistiness side that White has to her. She didn't give up. She knew she was in a bit of a tussle, and she's trying to fight for the ball back. And it was just a really good, exciting 60 seconds.
Holy cow, she took that ball from the one end of the field down to the other, and it seemed like about 3 seconds. And I could just tell all the Nevada fans' hearts that were in their throats as she turned that corner. But the Cubs have got the ball back down into a decent position here as they try to get something manufactured off of a throw-in, but it rolls out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick for the Crusaders.
Nevada are starting to head into a phase in the game where we're now over halfway through the half. We'll probably be taking a water break here in the next few seconds, but this last period of the second half after the water break, Nevada's got to start taking some more risks. Yep. Their season's on the line. They've got to try to get more bodies forward and see if they can find a way back into the game.
Nice header from the Cubs to get the ball into the midfield. Crusaders try to take the ball out, but that wind is a little bit more vicious than it was in the first half for sure. Just kind of throws that ball right up into the air and comes up way short. Cubs just turn that one around and run right back down.
Yeah, it's an awkward bouncing ball here.
Oh, nice little touch between the defender and the goalkeeper.
Yeah, De Los Santos, the centre back, she's done really well just to slide in and get it out. But again, you can see Nevada's playing with a bit of encouragement.
It's a foul committed by White on a little bit of pull of the arm as she tried to get better position and get around that defender. 28, Reagan Davis for the Cubs did a nice job of bodying her out on the position on that one and drew the foul.
Yeah, this will probably be the last opportunity before we head in for the water break.
Ball's put into play, deep ball. Goes back both defender and offensive player. And that ball sent out of bounds. It'll be a corner kick. Are we going to take the corner kick before the water break or after? Looks like we're going to take the corner kick right now.
I would, if I was Bishop Heelan, I would want to defend it now. I wouldn't want to take the water break, then have to come back and defend immediately defend the corner.
So this is going to be a Kruger Seeds corner kick, first class seed, first name service. Ball's put into play by the Cubs. Just too much wind on that one. Sent it out to the backside of the goal.
Looks like we're headed for the break now.
And it'll be a water break here. So just 21 minutes into the second half. So the 61st minute of the game. It's a 1-0 lead still for the Crusaders over the Cubs. Hey fans, Central College has you covered with career building programs and with tuition less than $20,000 a year and tons of scholarships. It's the best decision ever. Apply today at central.edu. So we see both teams and referees all taking a water break here. The little bit of wind has helped us out a little bit, I think. It's made it a little bit more bearable out here as we're sitting right at the midline opposite of where all the benches are, right in front of all the fans. We got fans from both teams within 4 or 5 feet of us here. So it's been a highly contested match on both sides, and just been a ball to call, I think.
Yeah, it's been a tight game. It's still 1-0. Bishop Heelan, they do look like they're in control of the game, but as I say, we're starting to now enter the phase of the game where emotions can start to run a little bit higher. The crowd's going to, start to get behind their team a little bit more. You would expect the Nevada fans to try to help their team find some energy, dig deeper to get themselves back in the game. So it's important that Bishop Heelan control the emotional side of the game and see if they can go and put this game to bed. But at the same time, Nevada are going to continue to keep knocking and get themselves back in the game.
Should be an action-packed last 19 minutes of the game as referees are starting to take back to the field here and call out the teams to get this game finished up. A 1-0 lead for the Crusaders over the Cubs. Crowds giving their respective teams some encouragement as they come back out to the field. I think this is anybody's game still at this point. 19 minutes of glory here, Coach Burns.
Yeah, it's going to be a long 19 minutes for Bishop Heelan. That's going to feel a lot longer for them than it will for Nevada, I'm sure.
Crusaders put the ball back into play. Nevada takes possession in the midfield. Trying to connect up to some open space. The ball's sent to the outside. Nevada does get the ball back, but it's sent out to the far side. Possession just kind of going back and forth between the two teams. Nevada sends another ball in deep. Goalkeeper comes out, plays that right at the edge of the box. LaFleur, nice job of timing that bounce correctly and playing that ball well. She sends the ball back into play, catches the wind, and Cubs are able to get some possession in the midfield.
It's a couple of times that bouncing ball over the top, and Avery Anderson almost got in. She might just want to try to gamble a little bit earlier.
I think Nevada's going to want to send as many balls to that direction as they can, as number 24 for the Cubs, Emma Stratman, steps up to take this free kick just over the midfield line. She puts the ball on the play to the far side. And nobody's able to get a touch on that, and it rolls harmlessly out of the backside. It'll be a goal kick for the Crusaders. I'm surprised the Crusaders haven't really started taking these goal kicks shorter, trying to get some control as they move up the field, but they're still trying to take that ball long here. And it's just really giving possession right back almost every time to the Cubs, and they're able to just attack again.
Yeah, I just don't think that they're willing to take any risks with playing out. I think that they're more comfortable if they can just get the ball up and then go defend it.
A long ball taken by the Cubs, right into the goalkeep. LaFleur, very good positioning. She takes her time getting the ball back into play, goes off the side of her foot. This is an opportunity for the Cubs to keep that ball in a dangerous spot for them. Tries to come back across their body, but the defenders there are able to absorb that contact. 50-50, the Crusader goes down, and then the Cub goes down on the far end. She looks to be picking herself back up again. Traylon White taking the ball down the sidelines, beats the first defender, looking on to take on her second, moves the ball back into the middle of the field. Everybody changes direction. She kicks that ball back out to Newberg on the right side. She's going to center that ball, and Farmer, great positioning, gets it right down on the ground, and just takes that ball and just wipes away an opportunity for the Crusaders.
Yeah, she's a really, really exciting player to watch. She almost just glides along the grass as she's running with the ball, really smooth.
I think what I've enjoyed about White as well is just not a pure goal scorer. She's really looking to get her teammates involved as well.
She really is. She's a very, very well-rounded player in terms of her ability to pass, her ability to dribble, her ability to be competitive.
Oh, a little squib there, and Newberg takes that ball out to White, and White tries to get the ball back into the midfield, but just doesn't have enough on it, and Farmer's there to...
Yeah, you can see she's disappointed with herself. I thought maybe she could have just took a touch and maybe just been a little bit more patient. She kind of rushed her shot, even just keeping the ball up that end of the field just for a few more minutes or a few more seconds to help relieve some pressure for her back line.
Just entering the 65th minute of the match. Throw in for the Crusaders. Headed out of bounds once again by the Cubs. It'll be another throw in for the Crusaders. Possession regained by the Cubs. They try to get that ball upfield. It's out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for the Cubs. Yeah, Coach, you talked about, the Cubs needing to take some risks here. So what does that look like as we get, down within 14 minutes of the game, being here with that 1-0 lead for the Crusaders? What kind of things are we looking for the Cubs to do to get something generated here?
Yeah, I mean, usually, coaches will maybe look to potentially change formation and maybe take a player from one less player from the back and move them up and play with an additional forward. Or maybe they stay in their shape, but they change their strategy in terms of, can they play even more direct? Can they continue to just put the ball over the top and get players higher up the field and just really, it's not pretty soccer, but it can be effective. But yeah, I mean, right now they're going to have to. They're really going to have to just also physically, mentally try to dig deeper and try to get more out of their teammates, get more out of themselves as players, and find ways to get in the game. And this is exactly how to go about it. It's a free kick. You put it in a dangerous area, and now it's a corner.
That's a Kruger Seeds corner kick, first-class seed for first name service. There's a little bit of jostling in front of the goalkeep there. Leads to a whistle from the mid-ref. Nevada will put the ball into play, kind of short here. And the Crusaders are able to get that one cleared out. But the Cubs are first touch here and be able to send it back in again. White goes down hard trying to defend that ball.
Yeah, she kind of took a heavy one there. was worth a hit. Again, talking about risks there, like number 13, Aubrey Thompson there, like she's looking to play a pass sidewards where, like, take the shot. That's taking more risks. Like, have the shot. There's a bit of wind behind you.
Deflection puts the ball right to the Cubs' feet.
The wind's going in that direction, Austin, so the more you can use that to your advantage, take shots, put the ball in the box.
The Cubs were a hand away from tying that ball up right there on an attack.
Yeah, so close. Just didn't quite get the connection she wanted to. But again, I said earlier in this half, the emotion of the game is going to ramp up. The crowd's going to get on their feet and start to cheer on their team a little bit more.
Cubs just had an excellent opportunity that was just thwarted by the size and height of LaFleur. Was able to get a touch on that one, and a counterattack has led to a free kick. Lauren Peck will be looking to take this ball, number 8. Sends the ball into play, strong kick from her. Goalkeeper does a nice job of getting control of that one as 2 Crusaders just threw themselves at the ball there. But we're starting to see these long distance shots. The 2 shots that have been super dangerous have come from midfield.
Yeah, players are starting to get fatigued, so the ball's going to go from back to front a little bit quicker. The game's stretching, it's starting to a lot more transitions now, going back and forward.
That'll be a foul on the Cubs. Looks like we'll get a yellow card for number 1, Kaylee Grote.
Yeah, it was just more mistimed than
a malicious.
And just it was a combination of just a little bit clumsy and a little bit mistimed. I don't think there was any intent in it.
That'll bring Avery Anderson back into the game. IMT insurance substitution. Peck will put the ball back into play. Gosh, even with the wind, or against the wind, she still got to get a really good kick on both those balls. As the Cubs send that ball out of bounds, it'll be a throw-in deep in the territory for the defense of the Cubs.
Yeah, the longer the Crusaders can keep the ball in this side of the half, then I'm sure their head coach will feel a little bit more relaxed.
Shot from the Crusaders goes over the top of the frame. It'll be a goal kick for the Cubs.
Yeah, she almost hit it too well, Peck. She made good connection with the ball, but just overhit it slightly. As soon as I saw the ball drop into her, I really was optimistic of where it was going to go.
A couple subs just coming into the game. They're brought to you by IMT Insurance. Learn how you can be worry-free with IMT at imtins.com.
Lovely first touch.
Newberg sends it in, trying to connect up with White. Nice little battle between a defender and offensive player. That was Lauren Peck up against Avery Anderson, I believe. Actually, it was Aubrey Thompson, I believe, is a nice little 50-50 exchange there.
There's maybe a call for a couple of handballs there, but it'll be a throw-in. Going to evade up. Looking for a service here.
Shot from distance, well defended.
Yeah, it's
Crusaders
it's
going to look to counter-attack, yeah.
Marin Frazee there with a really couple of good defensive clearances. Yeah, it's really unfortunate for White there. For me personally, I don't think that it was a foul. I think White done really well to regain possession of the ball. You can see as she's walking towards us there, she's a little bit frustrated. Nevada's gotten away with one there.
But 24, just under a ton of pressure from White there, was able to get that possession turned a little bit as well.
Yeah, we're moving into the last 7 minutes of the game. This is where the camera crews and news people start to.
White with another touch here, takes a shot and just didn't get her forehead over the ball there, and would let it rise up a little bit and went well over the top of the frame.
Again, it's Evelyn Anderson just last-ditch defending, throwing her body on the line to make sure that White doesn't score a goal. And you know, it's terrific defending from the Nevada centre back.
Almost a mirror image of a play earlier in the game.
Yeah, she's really kept her team in the game there with that last-ditch block.
Peck sends the ball over to Newberg. Newberg with a touch.
Yeah, it was
Gets
a nice
control of
find.
it.
Got an overlap here.
Nice slide there out to number 4. Number 4 takes the shot. They're going to earn themselves a corner kick.
Again, it's number 14, Evelyn Anderson, and she's really keeping her team in the game here with some terrific defending.
So this will be a Kruger Seeds corner kick, first class seed, first name service. I believe that's going to be Newberg over there to take the free kick, or the corner kick. Just a little bit over 6 minutes, heading into the 74th minute of the game. Still a 1-0 lead for the Crusaders. As Newberg puts that ball into play. More top of the box.
Yeah, you can start to see all the news reporters hovering around this field now, because it's getting to that time in the game.
Nice centering ball. Newberg comes screaming in here at the very end. It takes out a defender. Referee says play on as the goalkeeper. Farmer gets control of it. Had a great game from Farmer. Been just in the right exact places at the right times.
Yeah, the Nevada Cubs are hanging by a thread here. They've just riding a huge storm right now from Bishop Heelan as they're trying to get that second goal and give them a little breathing space.
Another IMT insurance substitutions. Number 18 for the Cubs comes into the game. That's Rachel Bowrick. He and the crowd going crazy here. So
yeah, just trying to get that 12th man behind them and help them get through the game here. There's 5 minutes. It almost starts to look like two heavyweight boxers in the 12th round just slugging at each other as that last 5 minutes plays itself out. You know, it's really hot. It's the demands on the game between the temperature and just the way the game's going. It's really tough physically and mentally, and the girls are doing a fantastic job to get through it.
White with a nice little ball over to number 6. That's Maddie LaFleur. White calling for the ball back. She centers in the ball. Newberg with the touch. Tries to play the ball through the feet of a defender. So I really would like to see the Cubs just really pushing that back line with those forwards there, trying to scream for those passes into open space and to run under a ball that could be pretty heavily weighted here with the wind.
Yeah, that's the only problem, you know, with Bishop Heelan playing with those two forwards. If they do move another defender up, they leave themselves 2v2 or 3v2 at the back. But as I say, you've got to take risks, right? There's 3 minutes left. Your season's on the line. You've just got to go for it, and you might get it 1-1. Or it might be 2-0, but at least you have a go at it, right?
Yeah, those forwards really need to be pushing that back line, making sure that they're right on the edge of that offsides call, but need to get in behind that defensive alignment to get that shot on goal, get a one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Ball sent out of bounds on the far side. Looks like it'll be a throw-in for the Crusaders. Just couple seconds, over 3 minutes left to go, the 77th minute here in the game. Looked like an inadvertent maybe shot to the head there for White as she slid as she was trying to make a defending play, but White back into the play here. Looking to take on the defenders, gets it over to Newberg. Newberg steps up as well as a defender from Nevada as Nevada comes away with possession. Nicely weighted pass. De Los Santos sends that ball out of bounds at the back line. It'll be a throw-in for the Cubs. This is where we got to start bringing up all the players and making something happen for the Cubs as they get the ball into the midfield.
Again, it's just one pass too much. Like, have a shot.
Take a shot. 13 takes a shot.
Yeah, it's Aubrey Thompson looking to wrap her right foot around the ball there. You know, number 2 there for Bishop Heelan, just Maddie Gregler. She just done enough to get her body in front of the ball there and kind of get a small deflection on the shot from Thompson.
Ball sent in deep here. It's going to get all the way to the goalkeeper. LaFleur with a touch. She's going to try to waste as much time as she can as just went under 2 minutes of the game here. 78th minute, 1-0 lead for the Crusaders. She sends the ball back into play.
Come on, Maddie. Come on, help her out. Hold on.
Trying to lead a pass into number 10 for the...
Yeah, the two Nevada players just not on the same page. You know, Thompson's looking to find Mineki there and just didn't quite, you know, the run just didn't quite happen. I thought Thompson maybe could have continued to carry the ball. And that's exactly what Bishop Heelan will be wanting with just under 90 seconds left in the game.
Traylon White draws a foul there as a tough little 50-50, a physical 50-50. She bears the brunt and draws the foul. It'll be a free kick. It looks like Lauren Peck stepping up to take the set piece. For her minute left, she launched that ball into orbit. Holy cow, went way out of bounds here. So it'll be 50 seconds to be able to send all the Nevada players need to be moving up the field.
This ball's got to go as far as it possibly can, and it's a really good ball. First ball, not quite what they wanted on the second ball.
Traylon White with some nice possession here. She was going to want to take it to the corner, but looks like she's going to try to beat some defenders. It goes down. No call. They'll go ahead and say play on.
Yeah, the ref thought about it. She moved her whistle to her mouth, but decided that there was no call either way.
Ball sent out of bounds. That'll be the end of the game. It's a 1-0 win for the Bishop Heelan Crusaders as they move on to the next round of this Iowa Girls Athletic Association tournament.
Yeah, it's been a really good game, Austin. It was a close game. I think Bishop Heelan deserved the win. They just had a little bit more than Nevada on the day. But credit to Nevada, they did give it a go all the way to the last second, and they've just unfortunately came up a little bit too short today.
Yeah, Newberg with the score early in the first half, kind of in that first wave of attacks as Traylon White going out to congratulate the gals that were defending her all day. Just a hard-fought match for Bishop Heelan as they come out on top with a 1-0 win. We'll throw it to the PA announcer here shortly as we get the awards presentation moving forward here for the Bishop Heelan Crusaders as they move forward to the next round.
Yeah, Nevada.
We'd like to direct your attention to the field for the awards presentation. In addition to receiving medallions, every player will receive a commemorative soccer ball and bag tag provided by Iowa Farm Girl, proud title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Presenting awards today for the Girls Athletic Union is Gene Lerner and Gary Ross. Congratulations to head coach Randy Davis and the Nevada Cubs on an outstanding 2023 soccer season.
You know, in Nevada, they should have a lot to be proud of. They're a young team, Nevada. They've only got one senior on their team, so most of these players are going to return next year.
Lauren LaFleur will advance your team to the Class 1A semifinal match, where they'll face either Davenport Assumption or Van Meter, right here on Field 6 at 10:15 Friday. Congratulations, Heelan.
Well, congratulations to the Bishop Heelan Crusaders. 1-0 win over Nevada Cubs. On behalf of Jordan and myself and our producer, all of us here in Des Moines, I'm Austin Oliver, and thank you for watching our live coverage of the 2023 Girls State Soccer Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-America Energy.